Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris Man, and as always, I thank you for coming to my channel. I guess I'm going to entitle this video because it's going to kind of be two parts. I'm going to combine two topics into one because they kind of tie in together. And the title will read, "Thank you, Mr. Eddie Brown." And Eddie Brown has been a subscriber of my channel for, I say, at least 5 years, if probably not more. Because Eddie Brown was one of the first, actually the first subscriber to say, "Hey Morris Man, I need you to do several songs for me." And he used to send me a list of like 10 songs and pay me for it, and I greatly appreciate it. And to this day, he still does that. And the reason why I wanted to post this video for two reasons: just basically thank him for being there for all those years, patronizing my service, and two, just to acknowledge you notice things, because when you constantly do things, you get better, you know? And sometimes you don't even realize you're getting better at something that you're doing, because I started off as a musician, then a songwriter. Then as I was writing songs and working with 4-tracks and hanging out with guys that did tracks, I became kind of a producer engineer thing, you know, be able to put it together, mix it and all that. And that was something I wasn't even thinking about doing, but I'm like, since I can't find a bunch of people during that time to help me, I had to do it myself. That's just like all my short films. Not only I wrote it, directed it, I shot it, I edited it, I did all that stuff. And it's not because I was trying to have all these accolades. I did all this. It's like I couldn't find nobody to help me. I even actually offered to pay some people that do this a handsome salary, and they just didn't have time to do it. So I'm like, oh well, I'm kind of used to being forced to doing stuff by myself. You know, a lot of the demos that I had put together in my early years for to get a songwriting deal or get my songs penned, I had to do all the instrumentation myself. But anyway, getting back to the topic, the reason why I'm doing this video is to thank Mr. Brown. And also, I noticed when we first started working together, he used to send me these songs. The songs he sent me, to me, were easy for me, you know, because I've been doing this for a long time. So I said, this piece of cake. So I, did it, gave him the chords and everything. Fast forward 4 years later, I noticed the complexity of the songs. They're becoming a little more complex, which is obvious that Mr. Brown is getting much better, which is a good thing. And that's what's supposed to happen. When you keep doing it, you get better. You know, because the songs that he first sent me years ago versus the ones that he sent me maybe about 2 weeks ago, there's a big difference. The first ones were really easy chords and songs, and the last installment was songs that were kind of a little complex. So I want to thank you, Mr. Brown, again, for patronizing the service and congratulating you on your advancement, because I see the advancement. And then, the other topic which ties into this, I just got a comment from a guy that just subscribed, and I appreciate your subscription. I did a SOS band, Take Your Time. Time flies, because I remember, it don't seem like that song is that old, but I remember playing that song at my high school, my senior year talent show, and we won it, So I said, man, it's been that long since this song has been out, and, since I learned it. And his comment read something to this effect, because I don't have it in front of me verbatim, but it basically said, I just subscribed, or I just found your channel, I just subscribed. Great job on this cover. I wish or hope that I can get, or I will be able to get to that level. And you will if you keep practicing, because I would have never thought when I first started to pick up a guitar, my idol then and still is Nile Rodgers. And one of the best, I guess, compliments that I've ever gotten was someone who works with Niles was on YouTube and seen one of my videos. I think it was Diana Ross, I'm Coming Out. And I'm one of the people, I try to pay attention to detail, because I hear these nuances and I try to catch them, And that particular song, the intro, is kind of complex, because he's doing a lot of different nuances, and I caught all of them. I caught all of them because I listened to that song 20, 30 times. I'm like, okay, here it is. This is this one. This is that one. And the guy seen the video and said, Mouse, you need to take a look at this dude. And he said, Mouse took a look at it. And actually, I got a comment from Now saying, "You did a great job." That meant a lot to me because Nile Rodgers is my hero. I mean, my combination of styles my style is a combination of Nile Rodgers, actually three people, Nile Rodgers, Al McKay of Earth, Wind and Fire, love his rhythm chops, and Ray Parker Jr., all ball up into one. You get Morris, man, because all three of those guys had a big influence on my playing style. So I'm going to wrap this video up. I just, again, want to thank Mr. Brown for his long, ongoing patronage of my service. And I see the level the level you've gotten here now. Again, the first songs were pretty simple. Now these songs are pretty complex, which means that your playing style has gone to another level. And congratulations on that. And then also just to acknowledge my new subscriber. He said, he helped to get to that level. You can, just keep practicing. I want to say this quickly before I sign off, because this is important. Throughout time, things change. You have this era, got this era, and you got this era, and so on and so forth. Now, when I was learning how to play, there was no internet. There was no people that could not really play well trying to teach other people how to play. And that's not a negative statement, but the internet, the YouTube is a helpful tool, and it's also a hindrance because you got people that are either too lazy or too cheap to go the route that's guaranteed, if you put some effort into it, that you will become a good musician. They want to cut corners. They don't want to pay anybody to teach them. And they think they're just going to get on the internet and watch fingers, because I get this all the time. And these are two different animals. The covers that I do are solely for the purpose of giving chords to musicians that can already play. Here are the chords. You're done. We're done. It's not for me to teach you how to play your guitar in the course of the song. I can't see your fingers, Morris, man, and I need a diagram. Yeah, you do need one because you don't know how to play yet. Before you can learn how to play songs, you got to learn how to play the guitar. But again, there's some two people that don't understand that those are two different animals. And we can thank the internet for that, because you got a lot of people now think that they're going to do this quick, fast, in a hurry. They got apps on the phone. Why could you try to play the guitar in 30 days, 60 days, it's nonsense. Again, the internet can be a helpful tool, and in the same breath, it can be a hindrance to people because you got so many people now dabbling. They don't know what they're doing. They can't tell you what chord is under their finger. They haven't developed their ear yet because they haven't taken the steps for formal training to do that. Because I remember when my ear started to improve, or actually my ear started to develop, because how it developed for me personally is I went to music school. I had a teacher that taught me chords and scales. And after playing them for so long and knowing what I'm playing, I hear the radio and I'm like, I think I hear that chord. I think it's this chord. It is this chord. And what helped me personally to accelerate my ear is I play several different instruments. I first started off as a trumpet player and actually can still play trumpet pretty well, but I'm like, I don't like that jaw thing, hurting and headache thing. I don't have enough wind for that, but I can play. And then I played drums for a while, but they were too noisy. I got sent to the garage. So I said, okay, I can't keep doing this. And this is long before electronic drums, and even they're noisy at night. You don't hear the snare, but you hear the sticks hitting against a pad. So then I picked up bass. I went and took formal lessons in bass. And I love bass, but it was one note at a time. I'm like, I want to create songs and chords. So I went over to guitar, and that's where I've been basically ever since. And I play enough keyboards to write. Along the line, I kind of picked that up by ear. I wish I could have done that formally, and I tried, but I developed, unfortunately, some bad habits doing it by myself, and I can't undo it playing piano, so that's a done deal. But as far as, developing my ear since I was a bass player before I was a guitar player, I found out a trick that nobody ever taught me. It's like, I'm just surprised this never dawned on anybody else, that the bass player is the guitar player's best friend, in my opinion. And I talk about it that in my DVDs 1 through 7. I devote a whole DVD dealing with that topic because it's so important. That's how I'm able to tab stuff so quickly. I get tab jobs from all around the world from people, and they give me songs I've never heard in my life. 5 minutes later, I'm done with the song. And it's like, how'd you do it so quick? 2 reasons. I was able to match up the bass note, or to take the bass note, since I'm a bass player, and then audition these chords around that note. And it's usually like maybe 5 chords, which I discuss on my DVDs. And that's how I'm able to get the chords. What's also extremely crucial is I know and understand structure of song. That's more important than knowing what key you're in. And a lot of theory heads go, no, you don't know what you're talking about. And the people that want to challenge me as regarding that theory of mine, I go on their channel, they don't have no videos. You know, they tell me I'm not doing it right, but they don't have no videos showing me how to do it right. So, you know, they're just full of hot air. You know, but if you guys are interested, and I had to just, you know, put this in here because you might be interested. Well, Morris, man, teach me how do what you do. You know, click on that link, get started, DVD lessons 1 through 7. Now I send them to you via your email. You know, you no longer have to worry about waiting for a DVD. It's $35, and $35 is really, I'm giving this information away because traditional music lessons, which I had to go through and most old school teachers had to, or musicians, they were like, well, now they're $60, I think, an hour times 4 times a month. That's what, 240 or 260 a month, you know. And within that month, you done spent that kind of money and ain't really learned nothing yet. And that process does take months and months and months, if not years, and that's thousands of dollars. I'm giving you a condensed version and not a version where I'm missing anything. I'm giving you everything jam-packed. I'm not giving you fluff and stuff. Learn how to play Mary Had the Little Lamb. Waste your time. You're never going to play that song anywhere. It's not going to be helpful to your plan. So just put you in immediately to get you started on playing stuff off the radio, which is what most of us want to learn. We hear stuff on the radio. So, man, I would learn how to play that. Let's teach you how to play your guitar so you can learn how to play it. You know, so only $35, you get all that information. You know, it's a lot of information. It's like a 7-hour course for only $35. You pay more than that for crappy cable a month. I think I pay $200 a month for cable. I don't even watch TV. You know, it's for my family and family members when they want to watch whatever they want to watch. I watch Roku. I mean, I watch a handful of TV shows on Roku, and that's all the TV I watch is other than the news, the weather, and what's going on in the world. But I'm going to sign off now. Like I said, thank you, Mr. Brown. To the other gentlemen, keep playing. You will get to that level. Trust me, if you're serious about it and you love music, you know, because you got to have a love for what you do. You know, so, and then if you're interested in learning how to play the rhythm guitar, to say, hey, well, Morris, man, got a lot of good stuff on his channel and somebody taught him, you know, so could you teach us what they taught you? Yeah, I can. So click on that link now and get started. Every now and again, I get people that they say they're serious, but then they're not, you know, because it's real simple. You can gauge people's seriousness when they're willing to spend money on themselves. Because that $35 you're giving me, it's not $35 you're giving Morris, man. That's $35 in investment in your plan, okay? You know, that's what that's about. It ain't about, I'm just giving this man my money. No, you invested in you. You know, things cost as far as knowledge. You know, and it's wonderful when you can get knowledge for free, you know, but most of the time you can and you shouldn't, because never ask for something you're not willing to pay for. That's what my father instilled in me when I was a kid, and I live by that. You know, I don't just go around, could you do this for me? I need a favor. You know, because sometimes you do need a favor, you need some help, but it's like your MO should not always be about, could you give me this? Could you do this for me? You know, I'm going to say this and then I'm going to sign off, because I wasn't going to say this, but sometimes you have to kind of get people to kind of focus and say, you know what, I didn't notice that. It's not that I was trying to get over, I just didn't notice that. From time to time, I get people that ask me to repost stuff, and let me just say this, you know, to make this clear. If it's gone, it's not coming back. The reason why it's gone, because YouTube took it away. I've even had people, could you repost it? Yeah, I'm going to repost it for you and get a strike. That makes sense, man. Come on. If it's gone, it's gone. If you see it, download it to your computer and keep it as a reference. You know, because I get people that I guess they want to just keep coming back to certain videos. I'm like, the majority of stuff that I do is not complicated. You know, if you see this video a couple of times, you should be good. It's still You keep coming back 2 years later and keep coming like, what haven't you learned it the first 5 times you viewing it? But I have people that ask me to repost stuff. I can't. You know, if it's gone, it's gone. I can't even keep track of all the stuff that's on my channel now that goes away because I don't even know it's gone away, because now the way that YouTube is set up, well, I used to be able to go onto my channel and go to all the videos I've posted. Now they stop at 2 months, I believe. So anything past 2 months, I don't remember all that stuff that I put up there. You know, I might say, you know, do I still got that SOS band video? So I might type in Morrisman 64 SOS cover and it comes up. But if I'm not looking for it, I can't find it. But you got people that, you know, think I can repost it. And then I tell these people, I said, well, I think I still got it in my archive. Send me $5. And the $5 is just my trouble of going through 4,000 videos for you to find one to send to you. And I tell people this, don't hear from them more. So they just, I guess, want stuff, a special request for free. And you got to keep in mind, you're not the only one that have asked for a request. I get on a daily basis at least 75 to 100 requests a day. You know, and I know people don't realize that they're not the only ones. They think I'm the only one going to ask Morrisman. No, you and 99 other people. And unfortunately, I can't, respond or do this for 99 people for free, because it's unfair to the people that pay for the tabbing service. So, you know, I always want to stress that and make that clear, because people just don't know what they don't know. I don't believe that. They just think, I'm going to get stuff for free from him. They just don't realize that 99 other people ask, and if you are serious, you got to pay for your request, pay for a service. So until next time, take care. Thanks for watching. My link down there for my Learn How to Play the Guitar video, $35. Check out the video. If you're interested, submit your money today, and you get your lessons today to your email. Thanks for watching.